Now, if I want to curve flanges like this, I want to open up a leg of a flange. I wanted a die that was able to do this and do it in a polished configuration for aircraft, for dragsters. And I wanted the ability to stretch the metal rapidly and accurately without leaving a lot of marks on it. I wanted it to be able to polish up with 320 paper and then a good buff. And the goal was to be able to make a very simple die set for the air hammer that would accomplish this. Now, this is a coherent die. An incoherent die is like the ones that we've used so far that stretch in a radial pattern. It could be called a radial die. They stretch in 360 degrees. This is a coherent die and it stretches in 180 degrees. So if we were to have a flange like this, it would stretch it only along the length of the flange if you hold it properly in the machine. If you turn this flange inappropriately to the die, then you're going to goof yourself up. You're going to work against yourself. So for that reason, the die has to be oriented properly in the machine at all times. Now, I've used a bunch of different fastening systems for this, and I discovered this revolutionary fastening technology here. It's also mentioned on the very famous home improvement show called Red Green. And we simply put the leg in there that we want to stretch. We tip it up just a little bit, like we did before. We set the air unit down tight. Now this is the medium air unit, and I want to curve this eventually, perhaps even into a circle, which takes about 1 minute and 22 seconds. Now this is 050-3003. If you're doing aircraft work, you may be doing this in O condition 2024, and it would then be heat treated. I wouldn't recommend making a radical change in 2024 T3, although there are times when you want to make a windscreen fairing out of 5052 or 6061, and you could accomplish this, but remember the metal does work harden over a period of time. So this is about set, and I'll go through the drill with setting the air and everything after I get my Mickey Mouse ears on. My goal here was actually to go twice around if I could. It didn't work out that way. What I can do now is trim it, and what I've got is a flange for a duct coming off of a bulkhead, for instance, or a firewall. And you'll discover it's faster to make it this way and weld it or rivet it than it is a lot of other ways if you have the Flanged Curving Die. That's what this is called, the curving die for flanges. And now we'll get into making fairings. This is the first step in making reverses or ducktails or fairings.